It's important for Barbies to look different. You know, like the real people in the world.
Oh, man. Here we go.
You know, like the real people in the world.
Yeah, of course. Amen, sister.
When I look at the line now, one is taller than original Barbie, one is more petite.
Oh, look at all
and
those
one is curvier.
diverse Barbies.
One is taller than original Barbie, one is more petite, and one is curvier.
I like them because this one looks like me and this one looks like my mom. This one looks like my friend Non. Her name is Non.
We have
That's
to
so
let girls
cute.
know it doesn't matter what shape you come in.
That's
anything
right.
is possible.
Finally.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, that was not around when I was
what
a girl.
Sure looks like, because this is what the world looks like.
Good old Barbie, huh?
Kind of cool to have people look different.
It's a great ad. It's a great ad.
Imagination comes in all shapes and sizes. I like that.
Oh my God, brings tears to my eyes.
Wow, man, that was heartfelt, man.
It's about time, 2016 now, that they're saying, okay, well, let's make the dolls look more like what the girls look like than trying to make girls look like a doll.
Okay, so had you heard about this before today?
No, I hadn't heard about that.
No, I have not. This is the first time I've seen this.
I did. I read an article about it.
I have. Yep, the Barbie campaign, diversity within the Barbie world.
A couple days ago, I actually read about it and I was very, very excited. The new Barbies all over my Facebook feed, all over the Twitter, all over the internets. Everyone's all excited for Barbie.
Did you ever have issues with the way Barbie looks?
Not when I was growing up. I didn't think anything of it until I was an adult.
I knew it wasn't reality, you know, because there's so many different shapes and sizes and colors of, you know, women.
I was the one that like cut Barbie's hair, you know, popped her head off. Like, it just felt like she was sort of the embodiment of everything I wasn't. Absolutely, you've always wanted to look like Barbie. I've like colored my hair, I've lost weight, I wore short clothes, I did it all.
Even though Barbie is popular today, they were even more popular when you were younger. Did you have Barbies around your house growing up?
My sisters did have Barbies, yes.
My sister definitely had Barbies. Yeah, she had a big dollhouse in the car.
I only had one sister, and she's like 10 years older than me, so we didn't really trip off of it too much because it didn't represent us.
Oh yeah, I had few of them. Oh yeah, I mean, it was like the go-to gift for a girl. But, you know, Barbie was always that little like cheerleader, perfect hourglass figure that doesn't exist in real life. And, you know, she just seemed like somebody I would never hang out with. So I would have Barbies piled up in my closet from various holidays. It was never my jam.
When I was younger, I had a collection of Barbies. The Barbies did not look like me, and in my mind, I didn't realize that it was kind of molding my perception of what beauty was. So when I had my daughter several years later, I would only buy her dolls that looked more like her. I wanted her to not feel the way I did.
What would you say are the biggest differences between the dolls that existed when you were younger versus these new Barbies?
Well, they come in all shapes now, like, you know, they're petite or a little more different colors.
The diversity, of course. One was curvier than the old Barbie was.
They make a personal connection to them rather than just like, okay, this is the stereotype.
There's options. Like, there was no option. The option was you had Barbie or you had your little sister Skipper or whatever her name was, and they're both, you know, thin, and they're both white, and they're both blonde. Like, I thought that's what I was supposed to be.
Well, this new line of dolls is a result of the Barbie being criticized for a number of years for producing what people consider an anatomically impossible portrayal of women and being a bad example for young people. Do you remember people always having problems with the way she looks, or would you say this is a more recent thing?
I think it's more of a recent thing.
It wasn't really talked about when I was a kid, so I made it an issue for myself before it could be an issue for my daughter.
I think it's been throughout the history, but I think nowadays, because there's a lot of competitions from other companies, that Mattel is saying, okay, you know what, we have to address the issue.
People talked about it, like that, you know, Barbie had an impossible figure back then, but with this new political correct age, it's become more of an actual issue where people are actually putting pressure on Barbie to make these changes.
I think it's been an issue for at least the last like 10, 12 years. It can be detrimental to a young girl's psyche. It's definitely a long time coming for that change, because they could have did this 20 years ago and it still wouldn't have been soon enough.
Truth. So have your children ever played with Barbie dolls?
She played with them, not like I did. She was more like a stuffed animal kind of person.
He has not, no.
She didn't have Barbies at all when she was growing up. She wasn't interested.
I don't know that I ever bought my daughter a Barbie doll. Just as a feminist and in general, I just did not really understand the messaging.
I haven't personally bought them one, because to me, it wasn't really like that positive of an image. Barbie, in its original form, could have had a, real negative effect on her growing up, biracial.
What do you think about the idea of your child being able to play with a Barbie doll that has different looks?
I think it's very cool. I'm really for the idea.
I think it'd be great. My daughters could key on whatever interests them rather than just choosing one specific look.
Why not have a Barbie doll that looks like you? Why not have a Barbie doll that looks like your friend next door so you can have adventures of you and your friend next door playing?
It teaches them about culture, it teaches them about different parts of the world. It's just like beautiful.
If Barbie's still set up to be the perfect woman, and she's curvier or different race or different religion, then that's gonna give a visual for little boys and little girls to see that perfection starts with imperfections.
I remember her saying that there was no one that looked like her in the stores or on TV either. As she grew, she said, "Oh, but look at that little girl. Dora, she looks like me. She talks like me." I'm gonna start crying. and her family looks like mine. I didn't have that. This branch off that they're doing for Barbie is important for that exact reason.
Finally, does this new look Barbie doll signal a change in norms of society, or do you think this won't really make that kind of an impact?
I hope it has an impact. I really do.
I think that it's a marketing ploy on Barbie's part for the most part, but it's a good change, so why not embrace it?
Kids are small, man. You don't know what that little kid said, like when she said that, yeah, I think it's good to be different and stuff. That little girl, she might be our president one day.
It's probably not going to make an impact for me, or even for my daughter, but just like they didn't think my Barbie made an impact on me, it did. They shouldn't have to go out of their way. It shouldn't be a specialty item to have something that looks like you.
Unfortunately, not a lot of companies do comprehend how much change it does, but it does. That's why I think a lot of people are going to YouTube channel, because they see real people.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Like what you saw? Hit that subscribe button.
We're always taking suggestions, so leave a comment and let us know what you want us to react to next.
Bye.
Goodbye, until next time.